welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Michelle. I am a 20-something gal living and working in New York City. I work in social media marketing as a content producer for a fintech company, and I also do YouTube on the side with my sister Aline. We run this channel together. We vlog our lives living in the city, and yeah, it's a pretty fun time over here. We're uploading around once a week, so there should be some fun content coming your way in 2022. Today we're switching it up a little bit. I'm doing a vlog style. I just want to preface this that this is very vloggy, so if you're into the vlogs, keep watching because it's definitely chatty. There's some montages, but it's ultimately a very vloggy morning routine. I haven't done a formal morning routine in ages, so I'm super excited to do this video, especially as building a routine that fills my life with joy and helps me stay grounded is definitely one of my goals for the year. Not even just for this new year, but I started kind of trying to implement more routine and structure and just overall like self-care practices around like the end of 2021. I find it super interesting to learn about other people's routines and try to refine my own to work for me and my lifestyle and what works for me and my interests. So yeah, I'm excited for you to come along with me this morning. I am working from home right now, so working remotely. However, my company is going to start going back into the office next month, so stay tuned. Things can obviously change at the drop of a hat in this climate, but yes, I have been working from home again if you are curious. But yeah, with that being said, let's hop right into my morning routine Monday through Friday for the work week. Hope you enjoy. Hello everyone and good morning, happy day or night wherever this video is reaching you. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I don't do this routine. Sometimes I do sleep in if I had like a late night the night before, if I'm having like a bad anxiety day, or it's just like really cold outside. Sometimes this routine shifts, and that's the beauty of your own personal routine, is that it can ebb and flow with the season of life that you're in. But my like usual routine, my ideal routine, I wake up between 7 and 7:30. Any earlier is just miserable for me, I've quickly realized. Maybe when I'm back in the office I'll adapt to waking up a little bit earlier, but for me 7 to 7:30 is the perfect amount of time. I don't start work until 10, so it just gives me almost 3 hours usually before my workday starts, which is such a wonderful amount of time to just like get myself set up for a great day. Usually I try to keep my morning routine to making coffee, journaling, making my bed, picking up the apartment, like making it a nice space to start the day fresh. So now, instead of just talking about my morning routine, how about I just like start doing it? I also do want to like make breakfast, get ready for the day. That's something that I think is important. I've pared down my morning routine to be more simple, to be more manageable for me, and it works. It works for me, and that's what counts. When we go back to the office, I'm sure this routine will shift, but for now, it's been really good. I've been really enjoying it. So let's get started. Let's make the bed, and we're gonna start picking up the apartment and then get ready for the day. Let's do it.
Hello. Hi, baby.
Something incredibly not cute about this morning routine, something not aesthetically pleasing. I'm about to start the process of de-stinking the office. Now, don't click out. When you have a cat, especially a cat with tummy issues, typically wherever you keep the litter box usually does not smell very appealing. Before I start my work day, I don't want things to smell bad. I don't want things to like feel gross in here. So I'm about to clean my cat's litter box, and then I'm going to fire up my Vitruvi diffuser, hashtag gifted, and then I'm going to light some incense, also hashtag gifted, from Youth to the People actually sent me some Palo Alto incense. So I'm gonna fire that up and I'm gonna tidy in here. Phase 1 of picking up the apartment in my morning routine will be to de-stink the office and just like pick it up a little bit after making my bed. That's first order of business, so let's get going.
And there was no actual dinner.
Okay everyone, so quick check-in. I washed my face, put in my contacts, filled up my hydro flask, and have been drinking this water. I do want to note, I usually do have coffee first thing in the morning, but I love water. I feel like it's such a non-relatable thing to say, but I am very well hydrated. I think that less is more for my skin. In the morning, I typically just rinse my face with hot water and or warm water, doesn't have to be hot, and then use a simple moisturizer. So I'm going to use the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion for normal to dry skin. I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. This is in the shade Fair Light, and it's comically too orange for me. We're using this Merit stick, and it's for all over your face, but I'm using it as like more of a concealer, and it's like a lighter shade, so hopefully will balance out that darker foundation. Since I get quite oily eyelids throughout the day, I'm going to use this NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base. Really good eyeshadow primer, I find, so love this. I have to film a video for work today, and I'm super excited because I think that I'm gonna film it like walking through the park, like talking to the camera, and I'm just like really looking forward to it. I've been trying to get out at least once a day. As much as I love my apartment, I love being home, at least like once a day going on a walk, especially with working from home, not having like that commute to like get you breathing the fresh air and moving your body. It's very easy to just, I'll go days at a time not leaving my apartment. This is a Sephora collection blush that just like popped out of its little case, but it's really good. It's in the shade number 6, an affordable good time. Yeah, it looks kind of crazy right now, but I kind of just like to look a little flushed, like a little embarrassed. A little bronzer, not overkill. Cheek, oh no, that was too much. We're doing the Merit eyebrow, which I absolutely love. I really like to like do the push up like bushy brow. I usually go like pretty intense on like pushing them up, and then they usually like fall a little bit, so it's not too dramatic. Like honestly, Merit, like I know they're everywhere. They have such good products. Like their highlight, fantastic. It's the best highlight I've ever used. It's way better than the Glossier one, because I just like slapped on quite a bit of like concealer and foundation. It just like helps me look less cakey, less dry. I feel like this helps in just like doing that like very dewy, fresh look. Nice. I'm sure like this looks really pale. Like we're gonna wear a turtleneck today. Ilia also love their stuff. This eyeshadow palette is stunning. It's a little like dirty right now, but like Aline and I share this, so we use it constantly. Mascara, CoverGirl Lash Blast. I'm just dabbing on some of this Merit blush for now on my lips. And now let's do hair. And if you're not that interested in hair, this isn't a tutorial. I was thinking it'd be fun to talk about like 2022 goals while doing my hair. I didn't know this, but apparently drinking a lot of water is really good for your hair. It keeps your hair like growing healthy and strong. It helps like hydrate the hair follicles. It keeps your scalp like in good condition. So I do drink a lot of water. I try not to sleep with my hair up to reduce breakage. I wash my hair like 2 to 3 times a week. That also helps me in reducing heat, although like I do like heat style my hair quite a bit. Usually I wash my hair at night, so I washed my hair last night, and that's my usual routine. I'll wash my hair in the night 2 to 3 times a week, and that way I don't have to use a blow dryer on it. For the most part, I don't think you need fancy products to have nice hair. However, I did used to work for Davines. I did social media marketing for Davines for about 1.5 years, and I still have a lot of their products from when I used to work there, and I really like them. Like, there are definitely some things that I think that you can skip. For example, I just use drugstore hairspray. I've heard from Mandy on TikTok that you shouldn't ever pay over like $15 for an aerosol product. So I just use a drugstore hairspray. The Suave one's nice. It's very long lasting. I say nice, it's just, it will hold. For washing my hair, I use the Davines Solu Sea Salt Scrub Cleanser. This is the only shampoo I use. If you have a combination of like oily hair and dry, itchy scalp, it doesn't necessarily have to be like dandruff, although like sometimes I have dandruff, sometimes I don't. This is like a game changer. It simultaneously takes away like your itchy, flaky, dry scalp, but also it cleans my hair has never felt as clean as it does while using this. It's a clarifying shampoo, so it just like really cleans your hair. And then I use the Melu conditioner, which is an anti-breakage conditioner for long hair. After I get out of the shower, I like usually will spray this in my hair and brush it through and let it dry overnight. And the same goes for the oil. You're supposed to use it when your hair is wet, but I use it when my hair is dry. I usually use this more when my hair is wet, and this as like a finishing touch when my hair is styled. If it's like a little dry on the ends, or if I have some flyaways, like fantastic oil. I definitely don't do my hair every day, but I usually like curl it on average probably 2 to 3 times a week. If I've just washed my hair the night before, I like doing my hair the next day, and that way it can be kind of cute for the next few days. I'm honestly gonna use more of this because I don't think I even used it last night. Ideally, I would use it when it was wet. Last time I got my hair cut, I went to Tina at the Mia Wagner salon, and she's amazing. She does a lot of like the cool TikTok New York girlies hair. I think that was about like 4 months ago, so I clearly need a haircut. Like, my hair's, it looks healthy, but like it's just overgrown. I honestly like, I kind of want to cut it like here. The Mia Wagner salon is very expensive, I'll say that. I love Tina so much, and I'm in a place where I can like budget for it like a couple times a year, but I will say it's a very expensive salon. If you're in New York City looking for a affordable but like cute, hip, quality haircut, Blue Baccarat on the Upper East Side, chef's kiss. They're fantastic. I loved my haircut that I got from them in the summer. I'm gonna be real, the way that I curl my hair is nothing really fancy. I started using a barrel instead of a wand again, just for more of a classic look. I'm kind of over the beachy wand look for me, like on my own hair, for like the length it is, the style it is. I'm just kind of over the like wand with the straight ends. I curl my ends, I curl away from my face. I use this, what is this? Like, what would you say this is? Like a 1.5 inch, 2 inch barrel? Honestly, this curling iron, I don't even know what brand it is. It's probably from like Target or CVS. Like, I don't think you need anything too crazy. So yeah, I just curl away from my face. Sometimes we'll alternate the directions, but honestly, I just take a strip, I curl all the way to the ends, I leave it on for a decent amount of time. I let it cool in my hand, and I like kind of like give it a scrunch just to help it set, because I do have quite straight hair, so it helps it just like keep the curl. I started doing the same thing for these overgrown curtain bangs that I have, and it looks nice. It still gives you like that 70s curtainy effect by just like curling them away from your face. So that's what I do for my hair. It is like very simple. Honestly, takes me 10 to 15 minutes to do this. It looks a little like overdone Emily in Paris energy when I first do it sometimes, but it falls. This is like my natural hair. It's like very straight, so it falls, and especially if I'm running around the city, like it ends up getting like quite windswept and gives a little bit more of an undone, effortless feel. I do want it to look a little bit lived in, so luckily life in the city does it for me. As far as New Year's goals go, I have the standard ones. I want to read at least one book a month, which I think is it was my goal last year. I didn't quite accomplish it because I started like dating a lot and running around, like staying up late and not reading as much. I think especially as I go back to the office and I'm commuting again and have more of that like structure routine, reading at least 1 or 2 books a month is very doable for me. I'm listening to One Day in December, still from December, on an audiobook, and then I'm reading Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, which I honestly really like. Like I know a lot of people hate Sally Rooney. I like her writing style. I'll say it. Yeah, I do like it. I've been thinking about my resolutions, my goals all month, and I think that starting in February or March is so much more realistic. January is just like figuring it out month. We're all still in that post-holiday mood. The January blues are quite a thing. We're currently apparently in a retrograde. You're not gonna be your best self in January. Like, who is? But I started doing more morning night routine stuff at the end of last year, and I know it's kind of simple, but it really does help so much. And building consistency with those routines so that I'm doing things like journaling and reading more and setting myself up for a good day by making myself a nice breakfast or getting ready in an outfit that I feel confident in. My word of the year, I think it's going to be flourish. Another phrase that I keep thinking of for the year is like leveling up and just like upgrading things for myself in all areas, because last year my word was build. I wanted to really build things from the ground up for myself. I had started a new job, a completely new career path. I just moved back to the city in a completely new neighborhood, a completely empty apartment, starting from scratch, was making a lot of new friendships, was starting to date again, and all I wanted to do last year was build on what I already had set up for myself. So I think that I did accomplish that. And now this year I really want to take it a step further and just like really flourish in a lot of areas of my life. Just leveling up the way that I'm doing things, leveling up my lifestyle, setting things in place so that I'm less stressed and more organized, happier, healthier. I'll just give you a couple more goals because this clip is already getting very long. A huge goal of mine for the year is to reconnect with my childhood hobbies. So when I was a kid, I was very passionate about reading, so we're doing that. Part of a couple book clubs, so hopefully that'll motivate me. Listening to more audiobooks because I think that that should count. And 2, my other hobby was drawing and art, so I'm trying to get back into that. It's really hard to get back into something that you've put on the back burner for so long because you have to pay bills, so you can't prioritize the things that you used to do as a kid as much. So it is really hard for me emotionally to get back into something because it's kind of sad to kind of teach yourself to do something again that you used to do all the time. Like, it's just kind of depressing, I'll be very honest. It's hard, and I get into a very like comparison zone with like if I make art that's I think isn't good. So a way that I'm getting back into art is by taking classes. So I'm super excited. I'm signed up for a watercolor class next month and a stained glass class. So that's how I'm getting into art again, so I'm very excited. My third childhood hobby was, or not even childhood hobby, but like teenage hobby, was music. So I used to sing and do songwriting and play guitar a lot in high school especially. So I really want to get back into music, and a way that I'm doing that is Aline and her girlfriend Elise and I have started to have, like, we call it band practice whenever Elise comes over here. She's an amazing guitarist, and Aline and I will like sing together, and it's just so lovely and just like very like low stakes, a very comfortable environment. And so we've kind of started like a mini cover band, and that's been super fun. Even if it's just like once a week or like a couple times a month, that's better than nothing. Like, it doesn't have to be like every day, as long as it's like a part of your life, like honoring your childhood self. And then my last goal is working on my self-doubt and advocating for myself. I'm such a people pleaser that I tend to, one, not trust myself. My anxiety has like kind of fueled that, like in not trusting myself and my decisions, and I have a lot of self-doubt about everything, even like a restaurant order. So I'm trying to work on that and just like trusting myself, trusting my gut, feeling my feelings in specific situations and trusting them. Trying to work on that, and then also advocating for myself and like being less of a doormat and like setting boundaries, standing up for myself. That is probably like my hardest goal, because I'd so much rather just be like, okay, and like move on. So I'm trying to work on that, but it's hard. It's really hard. To finish up the hair, we're doing hairspray. Honestly, I use a lot of hairspray. Typically, I won't brush them through because then they get a little bit like frizzy, and I do want them to last. So I'll let them just kind of be for a bit. And if anything, I'll just do like a hair flip to give it a looser, more undone energy. So I'm gonna do that. And then it's quite big, but I think it looks nice. And then later, if my hair starts to get a little bit like frizzy, I will use the oil. Actually, I'll just use a small amount. I'll start at the ends to avoid adding too much to the roots. So that is the hair care routine. Honestly, yeah, nothing crazy. This is the barrel size I use, hand for reference. Hopefully that's helpful. Feel free to ask any specific questions down below. Again, I didn't want this to be too tutorial heavy, because that's just not really the style of content I like to make or watch. But yeah, that is the hair. I'm gonna put on some clothes, make breakfast, and we're gonna start the workday. My hot take is, in the wintertime, you can totally just put a turtleneck under anything and it's a look. Like, that's just words to live by. You can quote me on that. I wear a turtleneck pretty much every day. And is it anything revolutionary? No. But somehow I think it just always works. So this is the current outfit situation. We've got this lovely vintage Ralph Lauren turtleneck that I thrifted when I was back in Montana. I also thrifted this Land's End sweater vest from Depop. Then I'm wearing my black wide leg Everlane jeans that are a couple years old now, maybe 3 years old, honestly. Really like them. Belt is from Madewell, also a few years old, but I believe they still have both in stock. Just wearing some wool socks, probably from Costco. And then for jewelry, both are faves, Ana Luisa. So cute. And that's the outfit. Okay, so we're in the kitchen now. You know what that means. It's breakfast time. This morning I was debating putting on an entire showcase for you and like whipping up a meal just for the vlog. But I'm gonna be honest, I just want to throw a croissant in the oven. And we have a bunch in our freezer from Aline's work, and I'm just gonna throw in a croissant because guess what? I can. And some days are for oatmeal. Some days, like today, are for croissants, so we're doing that. I'm also gonna be honest, because I'm filming this video this morning, I'm running a little late for my actual day job, and I also don't have necessarily time to whip up something fancy. Turn the oven up to 350. Just throw this bad boy right in. Okay everyone, that's it for my morning routine. Thank you so much for coming along with me. It was so fun to bring you along, hold myself accountable, and also just like chat with you and catch up. And I think that the topic of routines is very in the zeitgeist, especially with the whole like that girl trend on TikTok. I think routine can be a really positive thing as long as you're gracious with yourself, you're true to yourself, and you can pivot with whatever season in life you're in, whatever mood you're in for the day. Like that's what that time is there for. And even if you don't have a lot of time, or if things have been really hard for you lately, I think just setting even just like an hour before or after work just to focus on yourself is ultimately a really good thing. And I think super important for all of us to just prioritize setting up some time to stay grounded and take care of ourselves and try to infuse joy where we can, because life can be hard, and working a 9-to-5 job or even just any job full-time is like very exhausting, and it can be hard to establish a life outside of that. So that's why I personally have been really liking spending my time more intentionally in both the mornings and the evenings, and honestly like taking a little lunch break, going on a walk, just to remind myself that my life is my own and I have a life outside of the workplace. Super important. Also very important when working from home, because those lines can get a little blurry. So I'm gonna eat my croissant, get started with my work day. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. You can follow Aline on Instagram too. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. You can click the bell for notifications when we upload, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.